Warning, this episode isn't about sugarcoating or playing it safe. We're diving headfirst into the deep end of this debate. You might not agree with everything you hear, but that's okay. It's all about starting a conversation. So grab your favorite drink and settle in and get ready for an extraordinary discussion on one of the most complex issues facing sports today. We're not here to change your mind, but we might just get you thinking about things from a different angle. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about finding a balance between inclusivity, fairness, and safety. Let's keep the conversation going and see where this takes us. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh, That's Random Podcast. If you're on the YouTube, I am your host, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. This is Oh, That's Random Podcast, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back and dealing and putting up and listening to this guy, that your guy. Understand that I am your guy, Nerdy G. Listen, the best way to support us, like, subscribe, share, do all that good old stuff. Slide over nerdy-g-shop.fourthwall.com. It's a lot. Don't worry about it. It's in the subscription. It's in the comments. Not in the comments. I might put it in the comment section, but it's in the description. Links and all that good old stuff. Support us. Get you some of this good old nerdy merch. And today, I'm going to jump right into this. Listen, this is a topic that's going on. I think it's going to be a topic that's going to be around for a while. More than a while, if you know me. I am who I am. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm going to say the things that I feel that I need to say. If it's on my brain, it's getting out. Simple, that is it. And today, not going to, hook you or anything like that. I'm talking about trans men and women's sports. This may be a touchy topic for some of you, but this is a real live situation, issue, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to take a stance. I'm just going to let you know that today I will be taking a stance, and feel how you want to feel. I'm not here to sway you. I'm not here to change your opinion. All I'm here to do is to have a conversation and share my thoughts and my opinions with you who choose to listen. But like I say, we're going to explore the extraordinary in this. Trans men and women sports. What can we say about this? Well, Nerdy, let's think about this. We understand that some people in life go through metamorphosis, right? We can all say that we go through some type of metamorphosis. We all say that we go through change. Some change for others are minor, and for some, it's extreme. And then for the others, it's just in between. Not a problem. I welcome change. I embrace change. But this change here, I got to go to biology on this one. The whole deal, the whole saying, look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, is a duck. Not exactly. In this case, walks like a woman, talks like a woman, identifies as a woman. Biologically, you're not wired as a woman. So, with that being said, it's what's on the inside that matters for this topic. It's what matters that's on the inside. How were you wired? You were wired not with estrogen, but with a testosterone. Testosterone, am I saying that right? Testosterone or testosterone? Y'all tell me. But that's what you were wired with. You can remove the hardware. You can remove the equipment, right? You can change the voice, the vocal box. You can change the outside of the appearance and all the above, which is totally fine because it's your choice. Have no problem with it. Have no problem with that. But biologically, no matter what way you cut it, slice it, the way that you are wired, the way that your body produces, it's still going to say you operate as a male. That's it. See how that is? Biology. Got right to it. Biology says you can change the appearance, but if you are wired to be a man, then you are a man on the inside, because the way that your organs work on the inside is the same as a man. No matter how much you change the equipment on the outside, no matter how much estrogen you pump on the inside, your body is going to continue to fight to say, we're wired to be a man. Cool. Got the biology part out the way. So now let's think about this. Let's take this to the Little League first. For those of you who have kids, nephews, nieces, whatever, any of you who've been to a game, a minor league, little league, where kids are playing games, you all have said something to the fact like, okay, hey, we know this is only supposed to be 5 to 7 year olds. And then you look and you see one kid out there that is a bit taller than the rest. And then you say, that boy 12. That boy 12. That girl 12. That's a goddamn grown-ass woman out there. That's a goddamn grown-ass man. Because the way that kid is wired is got a little height on him. But we don't stop that child from playing. We make all of these comments on the side, but that kid is still wired because that kid's going to grow up to be 6'7", 6'5", whatever. That's the way the body works. That's fine. We understand that. We crack the jokes. We move forward, but we get it. Not so much in professional sports, because there's a certain strength that comes with having testosterone. Testosterone. You know, the shit that males produce. The ones that we got in our balls, right? The one that they tell us go take those pills for. Get your testosterone up. That stuff. So yeah, that stuff is still kind of like flowing through your body. So it gives you an advantage. This is like juicing without juicing, right? We don't mind our kids playing, girls and boys. We don't mind them playing together, organized sports when they're kids. But of course, once they start to come of those teenage years, 12 and up, which I know there are still some programs out there that allow girls to play with the boys in those certain situations. I don't have anything against those. They're still kids in your eyes. Do you? But don't set that kid up for failure to think that they can go and play professionally with the opposite sex. That's all I'm saying. Cool. They can know the game all they want to. They can get on the sidelines. They can coach. Men coach women basketball. Women can coach men's basketball. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The coaching piece, anybody can do. I don't care. Coaching piece, anybody can do. Playing piece, and that's where the line in the sand gets drawn. Right? A woman can jump on a man and scratch him up, beat him up, domestic violence, but if he hauls off and slap her one time, we're gonna say that man should have known better. That man is wrong for hitting her. We don't give a damn the fact that she jumped on him like a spider monkey and went ape shit on him and tried to bust out his windows to his car, key his car, and like fuck him up. We disregard all of that because that man may be stronger. His hands may be a little bit heavier than hers, but some of you women out there have your father's hands and they are strong with the force, okay? But at the same time, that man is going to be, if he strikes her, everything that she did went out the window, and we can't believe that man did that. Fine, cool, got it. Here's my thing. A man playing basketball as a female in a female league has an advantage already. He can dunk. He got more strength, possibly more endurance, Possibly he's tapping into what he was already wired to do. And women have some things that they're wired to do that doesn't allow them to cross certain thresholds and don't allow them to cross, certain physical attributes or whatnot. No matter how much they may look like their father, they just don't have it. So what, she may look like her father. So what, she may have heavy hands like her father or big feet like her grandfather. She can kick you. It ain't going to be the same. Like, she kicked me with those big feet. It hurt, but it didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? But if I put a guy who has made the transformation, the appearance on the outside, and then he's putting up 40 points a night on these women, the fix is in. It's like built-in steroids. Like performance-enhancing natural supplements that are produced within your body that allows you to do X, Y, and Z. Because what if she stops taking her estrogen pills and that testosterone starts to come back and the goatee starts to grow? That person now has an advantage over the entire league. That means that a person who was wired as a man is now breaking records in a estrogen sport where it's not the same. I get it. Some of you can say, well, hey, the women can come and play the opposite. We can do this vice versa. Those women who transition to a man can come and play football, UFC, basketball, soccer, tennis, whatever. I would still have the same issue. That person would be at a disadvantage, no matter what way you cut it. That person still has estrogen pumping through their body. I don't care how many testosterone pills that they take. That person is still going to be at a disadvantage because of the way that they're wired. So on one end, somebody's going to be at a disadvantage. And on the other end, the other person's going to have the upper hand and have the advantage. To say, well, this is the way that they feel, this is how they identify, we're fine with that. We have no problem with that. This is your life. This is what you have chosen. But if that's the case, and it's more of you who want to play sports, it's more of you who want to, have a league or be a part of something, cool. Let's create a league for you. Let's create a separate league just for you. I know, it sounds like segregation, okay? But the reality is, this is to keep people safe. If we're about mental health and we're about health today, this is what you have to do. Because I don't want a woman who is 6'3", 6'4", that is trans, that is wired as a man. I can't see that trans person out there on the court with women, knocking them down or using some skills to where they have to be physical. Because in my brain, I understand what you identify. I understand what you look like on the outside. But if I know that you were wired as a man at birth, I just cannot see the disadvantage that all of these women have, these born wired women have, going up against a born wired male in a dominant estrogen sport. It's like the fix is bad. And vice versa. I would hate to see a person that was wired as a female to play in the NFL. That would be crazy. That would be wild. That would be, I don't know the right word. I don't know the right word to say, but I would be concerned for their safety. Men are aggressive. Women are aggressive too. But the strength and the way that we go about it, yeah. Women are playing football. We know this. Women have football leagues. All for it. Guess what? I've never seen in a women's football league a woman take a hit like a person in the NFL. Never have I seen it. If I were to see it, I would be mortified because I cannot see a woman getting lit up in a football. Like I can't see a woman getting like whole world getting rocked. You know what I'm saying? I can't visually see a woman getting dunked on by a man. I can't visually see a woman going volley with a man, which volleyball, I mean, not volleyball, tennis is a little different because they do the mix, they do the mix thing. Maybe it's okay for some sports, but not all. Y'all tell me. This is tough. This is something that, I mean, we going to have to deal with as a society. I'm not telling you no false dreams. I'm telling you how it is. This is something that we're going to deal with because this is reality. The more people that come out and identify as women that were wired as males, this is going to become a thing. This is going to become, how do we address this? What things do we need to put in place? Do we say in single sports, it's fine because it's not physical? One would argue me with in tennis that, hey, nerdy, you're talking about serving. The man may just be a little bit more stronger and have a little bit more serving power. So, yeah, but when they do doubles and they do the mixed, I mean, it's kind of like one and the same, right? I mean, they're not like hitting each other and they're not bodying each other, right? Because let's think about this. Let's take it back to a arcade classic sport, air hockey, okay? I've seen some of the greatest women and men play air hockey against each other. They weren't physically hurting each other and weren't harming each other. I didn't feel that was wrong at all. Foosball, ping pong, I don't feel those are wrong. Those are sports that are in the Olympics. Minus the air hockey, but air hockey should be in the Olympics. So listen, this is my bring air hockey to the Olympics, man. And I'm telling you, we got some greats out there. We brought breakdancing to the Olympics. We can bring air hockey to the Olympics. And if you know anything about air hockey, and if you are an avid air hockey player, listen, it gets serious, okay? It's one of those, yo, motherfuckers, like it gets to that point. So air hockey should be an Olympic sport because, yo, it's tough. It is tough. That and foosball. I believe foosball is already one, though. But it's tough. Both of those are tough. Those are hard. So moving forward, maybe in the single sports where they don't have to be physical with one another, maybe that would be acceptable. I'm telling you, in a group sport where there's physical contact, no. That's what Nerdy's telling you. No, we can't do this. We can't allow a wired male at birth, regardless of the transformation that they made, participate in a physical sport with a female that was wired as a female at birth. Because that is still there. That is still within them. That is still within their chemical makeup. That physicality, it's saying, well, if we body slam them, it is A-okay. I love wrestling. I love wrestling. There are a couple of wrestling shows out there that allow cross where women and men fight each other. I just don't. I don't know how I feel about a man choke slamming a woman. I just don't. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right.
my eyes visually don't receive that message. It's just like error 404. No, I'm not a robot. No, I'm not a clone. But that's all I see. Like, I'm not supposed to see this because this is not a thing. I don't want wrestling or these wrestling deals to make this kind of like, hey, this is the normal. Yes, a man with a lot of testosterone can body slam a woman with a lot of estrogen and it's fine. It's okay. No, it's not. Visually, it's not. Art imitates life and life imitates art. So what we don't want is anybody, any male, choke slamming any female. We don't want them spearing a female. We don't want them doing anything physical. That we just don't want that. We don't want those looks for our children or for anybody at that point. At that point. So I'm not going to be the dead horse here. You guys know me. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to come back. I'm going to close this out. YouTube, I'm going to play a little music. You guys not going to get it. It's okay. But if you really want to hear what song I'm going to play, just slide on over to the DSPs, Captivate, Apple Music, or iPod, or iPad, wherever it's at. Spotify, go get them. Listen to it. Hear the song. And then that's that. But right now, we get into it. And then I'm going to come back with the closeout. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And listen, I told you. Listen, I come with the music. Some of you may think that's comical, but I think that is prevalent for where we are right now in this conversation. Listen, I get what you identify with. I don't have a problem with it. I get that you're going through your transformation. I get that. I know what you feel, what you say you feel inside. That's totally fine. Make the transformation. Do what makes you happy in life. Identify how you feel that you need to identify. But understand what you are hardwired as. And I'm not taking that away from you. Biology tells us that this is the way that you're hardwired. There are things that you're going to do to kind of disrupt that programming that you already have inside of you. You can't say that, somebody messed up the wiring in my hard drive. No, this is the product that came out. You feel that you should be a different way? Go right ahead. Nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to judge you, at least not here. Not at all. We're not going to judge you. Uncle Nerdy's not going to judge you whatsoever, neither here nor there. But what I am going to say is, if you want to play professional physical sports, I'm pretty sure in due time there will be a plethora of you guys, a plethora of you all who will want to be in sports, physical sports. I know it sounds like segregation. I know that it's going to sound like that, but you will have to have your own league for the safety of those who are trying to play professional, who were assigned as, or who was wired. I don't want to say assigned. I'm going to say who was wired. I feel like when it comes to physical sports, women that were wired as women when they were born should only participate in physical sports with like individuals. And the same as men who were wired as men at birth. They should only participate in male wired physical sports. If you say nerdy, well, I identify as this. I'm wired as a male, but I want to play sports. You can go and try out for a male wired sport professionally. Regardless, you have to be good. The talent is what matters. What you look like on the outside should not matter. So, will we see male hardwired women in the NFL one day? I believe so. It's not what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside. Listen, this has been Oh That's Random Podcast, where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I'm your guy, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. Listen, if you made it this far, we appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Until next time, I'm out.